Hello everyone and welcome you all to another chapter of CapCut semi-advanced tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 11 and here we'll be making a YouTube video in CapCut, okay? So in last class I have showed you guys how you can actually create the thumbnail. So I'll be creating the same video, the thumbnail which I created, okay? So let's not waste time and let's get started. So over here, as you guys can see, now I am over here in the workspace and here this was the thumbnail which we created in our last class, as you guys can see right over here. Okay, so we will be making a simple video. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to just cancel this thing out over here and I am going to actually adjust the size of the videos. Okay, so I can just come over here, maybe go with 5 or let's go with 5 seconds. Okay, so let's come here, let's make it a total of 10 seconds video. So let's come here and let's just bring it down. Okay, so let's go with 10 seconds. Okay, so let's come here, let's just adjust it. Okay, so I will just come here and I'll adjust this one. Let's come to this option and let's just decrease the size, maybe around 15 seconds. Okay, so I will just put the total time as 15 seconds over here. Okay, so let me come here and lastly I am going to decrease the size of the total footage to something around 20 seconds. Okay, so let's take 20 seconds and 2 frames. Okay, so if you come here, here you guys can see it's 20 seconds and 2 frames. Now again, shift and Z to fit into the timeline, otherwise you can do it from here as well. Okay, so now let's start with this one over here first. Okay, if you do want to give any kind of effects and stuff, you guys can come here and you guys can basically put on different effects or different kind of filters over here. Okay, so you guys can check all of these filters. Okay, so this is how it will look and this is the filter over here and this is how this one looks. Okay, so now let's try to give some colors to it. Okay, so here you guys can see this one looks good. Okay, so what I can do is I can come here and I can just add this one over here. Okay, I have just added the filter. Let's come to this one. Okay, let's try to see what kind of filter can I give. Okay, otherwise let's select this one and let's take this one and put out this particular filter. Okay, if you do want to work with the filter, you guys can come here and click here on the top and basically you guys will be able to select the strength of the filter from the basic option in the properties panel. Okay, so now let's come to this third one. Okay, and over here also what you can do is you guys can come here and check different kind of filters. Okay, so let's search for this one. Okay, and let's take this, let's check this one. Okay, let's see this one over here, let's check, let's take this one is itself. Okay, so I'll just take this one, drag and drop this particular filter over here. Okay, and lastly come to this frame and let's see what kind of effect can I give over here. Okay, so over here you guys can see there are different type of filters. So I can come here, maybe this one, I can bring this one and drop it right over here. Okay, so this one I will just come again with my playhead and what I can do is I can just decrease the strength. Okay, maybe I will just decrease the strength by 80%. Okay, so now this part is also done. And suppose if you want to put on some vignette, okay, in that case I will come to my adjustment panel, take one adjustment layer, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just increase this thing over here. Okay, let's select this panel, let's increase this one, and what you're going to do is you're going to come here and you are going to actually add some vignette. Okay, so like this, let's come here, let's see how it actually looks. Okay, over here as well, a bit dark on the sides. Okay, so that one looks good. Okay, so I will just put things quite like that. And again, I will come here and go to my text box option. Okay, so once I'm over here, I will go to my text box option, click on default text. Okay, And now from here, what I can do is I can add different text boxes. Okay, so first one here, I will work with this particular text box. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to place this one accordingly. Okay, like till where I do want to place this, or what text do I want to put. Okay, so I will be able to do that from here. Okay, so now let's start with from the properties panel. Okay, so over here now I will just play my playhead over here on top. Okay, so now I will come here, and what I'll do is I will double click, I will go backspace, and I'll just type one dot, and I will type Parky Beach. Okay, so I will just write Parky Beach. And again, what I'll do is I will just change the font. Okay, so if I do want to use this particular font, what I can do is I can just increase the size, and I want to just put this thing here on top. Okay, so I will just place it here on top. Let's go to the color option, and from here what you can do is you guys can just paste any of these colors. Okay, so you guys can just place it right over here. Again, click and take one default text box, come to this video, and again just increase the size. And what you can do is, suppose I will just click on copy, I will come here, and over here I will click on backspace, I will just give control V over here. Otherwise I can just manually type as well. Okay, so let's come here, let's go to this option, I will type 2, and I will write Alakoda Beach. Okay, so I will just write Alakoda Beach over here. Okay, so now I will just change the font. Okay, so let's come here, let's take this one itself. Okay, which I have also chose in my last text box. Okay, so I will just come here, and I will also change up the color. Okay, so come here, go with some dark color. Okay, so let's come to this option, let's put this dark color. And now if you want to give some gap between these letters, you guys can also do that. Okay, so here you guys can see. Now I will come here, and what I can also do is click on default text, come here, and now place this thing right over here. Okay, so just place it quite over here. And what you can do is you guys can go backspace, and third, what you can do is I will just write White Haven Beach. Okay, so I will just write White Haven Beach. Okay, so I'll just type this thing out. And if you want me to decrease my font size, I can basically decrease the font size quite like this. Okay, so if you want me to come right over here and place it down, I can actually do that. And let's change the font type. Okay, so this font type looks good, let's just increase the size accordingly. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to place it right over here and give this one a black color as well. So come down to the color option, give this one a black color, come to this particular place, default text box. Okay, so I will just add up another text box over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this thing accordingly as well. Okay, so let's keep it right over here, let's go on top. And over here, let's click on backspace, let's write 4, and I'll just give up a space. And what I'm going to do is I will just write Beverly Beach. Okay, so I will just type Beverly Beach. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come and take the same font which I took before. I will just increase the size of this letter, go to color option, and from here maybe choose this particular color. Okay, so now I want to also add keyframes. Okay, so before adding keyframes, let me just put all of this thing here in the exact position where I want to place it. Let's come here, let's try to put this thing here in the center. And yeah, this kind of looks good. So the next thing what I'll do is I'll just come over here, and now I will just go to this text box and now take my playhead, and here you guys can see it's just snapping on over into the first point. Okay, So now from here, go to the properties panel. From the properties panel, come down and use keyframes. Okay, so I can just use these particular keyframes. Okay, so I will just on keyframe, and what I'll do is I'll just decrease the opacity. Come to this particular point, and over here you guys can increase the opacity again. And what I'll do now is I'll just come over here, and from here what I'll be able to do is I will just put another keyframe, and lastly on to this particular place I will just decrease the keyframe to 0 again. Okay, so here I will show you how it will appear. Okay, so this is how it will appear, and let's come at the starting of this one. Okay, let's select this, and instead of this one what I can do is I can just change on the position. Okay, so if I click on this keyframe, and what I can do is I will just come here and I will just take this thing here on top. Okay, so I will just take this thing over here on top, and after just some time what I want is I want to bring this thing exactly down. Okay, so I will just bring it down right over here. Okay, and again what you can do is come to this particular position and now add up a keyframe. And now last I will just come over onto this position, and from here now again I will just uh, make it disappear. Okay, so let's come over here, let's come to this point, and let's come to this last point over here. Okay, so now it will just disappear quite like this. Okay, so if you want to bring it over here, okay, if you do want to increase the size a little bit, you guys can come here and go to this frame, and what you can do is you can just move it on top. Okay, so now over here again I do have this positioning option, so I will just put this thing over here on top. Okay, so let's take this one, and from here let's just move it over here on top again. Okay, so now if you want to see a preview, let's come here, let's just play this thing up, and it will disappear accordingly. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys have understood how you'll be able to make this animation over here as well. Okay, so let's come here, let's just put it quite like this. Okay, so now again I will just come here and I will use the scaling option. Okay, so first it will appear quite like this, and now I will just on the scaling. Okay, so I will just on this particular keyframe, and now I will just take it to 1, and from here after some time what will happen is when we come to this particular place, you will just scale this thing up again. Okay, so you will just scale this thing up quite like this. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come here at this same position, add a keyframe, and what you'll do is maybe just move this one a little bit over here, and also come to this position, and over here I will just scale it to 0 again. Okay, so now let's see how it actually look. Okay, let's take my playhead, let's play it up, and this is how it will come, and this is how it will go back. Okay, so now again I will just come to this position over here, let's select this text box, and what you can apply is you guys can come here and you guys can actually apply some glow. Okay, so if I just select this glow option, and if I do want some other color glow, okay, I can basically take that. Okay, so if you want to take some glow quite like this, let's take this glow, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and I am going to put on the intensity of the glow. So I will just add a keyframe right over here, and I'll just keep the intensity at 0. Okay, like, or 10% is the least. Okay, and now after coming to this particular point, what I can do is I can just increase the intensity by 100%. Okay, so now again I will come over here, and after that what I'll do is I will come to this particular position, and from here now I will again put another keyframe. Okay, so let's put another keyframe, and at last, okay, once I come over here, this is how it should appear. Okay, so let's come to this point. Okay, and now I will just decrease the intensity to 0. And over here at the ending, I don't have any of this right over here. Let's try to see a preview. Okay. So here, this one have a audio. So here you guys can see I do have this animation over here and this animation over here as well, and the intensity will decrease. Okay, so this was about it. And if you want to come over here, select any of this, you guys can come here. And maybe if you want to change the opacity, come here, select this text box, go to the opacity option. Suppose just come here at the starting, add this one. Okay, and now come here at this particular part, and what you can do is you guys can uh, come here, let's say come to this particular point and add up this keyframe. And again, what you can do is come to this point, and over here you guys can just like decrease the opacity. Let's come to this particular point, let's decrease the opacity. And now over here, okay, so I will just come to this particular point, and over here I am going to give another keyframe. Okay, so now what I'll do is come to this particular part, and from here add another one. Let's come to this point, and over here you guys can just change the opacity. Okay, so now let's see the preview. Okay, so if you want to basically see the preview, you guys can come here and check the preview as well. Okay, so now I will just move this thing. Okay, so let's come here, let's just decrease the size, let's place it over here onto the frame. And what you can do is you guys can come here and just move this thing quite over here. Okay, so now if you want to move this thing, you guys can see how it actually works. So now over here, what I'll do is I will just go again back to my default layout. Okay, so I'll just change the workspace, and this is how it will appear, and this is how it will move out. Okay, so this is how it will move out. So this one looks good. Okay, so I'm well satisfied with this particular part. And as we are making YouTube video, if you want to put on some YouTube icons and stuff, in that case you guys can go to import, and from here let's go to desktop option, let's go to my resource file, and from here basically you do have all of these PNGs. Okay, so with control I will select both of this and I'll just open this thing up. Okay, so first let's put this one, let's try to put this thing right over here. Let's take this PNG file, and what I can do is I can just increase the PNG file throughout. Okay, and I will just decrease the size quite a little bit. Okay, so over here in all of this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right over here in one corner, and I can just place this thing up quite like this. Okay, so if you just come here, and let's say I will just check this one out as well, and now this over here, this doesn't look that great. So in that case, what I can do is I can come here, select this layer, and I can just give this one a cut. Okay, Control B. Okay, so now here you guys can see I do have given a cut, and now I will just come to this particular point, select this box, and again Control B. Okay, because now when I come over here, this one also looks good, but when I'm over here now, my YouTube icon is underneath my text box. Okay, so in that case, now I want to put this YouTube icon here on top. Okay, so for that I'll come here, and what I can do is I will just change the positioning quite like this. Okay, so I'll just change the positioning of only this particular place. Okay, so now if you just play this thing up, okay, you guys can see in this video the YouTube icon is over here. Okay, and this video the YouTube icon is again in the same place, but here in this video you guys can see the YouTube icon is there on the top. Okay, but here again you do have the YouTube icon here in this particular side as well. Okay, so now I do have applied these things right over here as well. And if you want to add this subscribe option as well, what you can do is you guys can come here and take this particular PNG. Okay, And the same way, what you're going to do is you're going to come over here. And now I will just give this one up a cut. Okay, select this one, Control B, and again come to this position and Control B again. So now I do have this thing here in three parts. Okay, so I will just try to manage all of these parts individually. Okay, so I can come here and I can just place this quite like this. Okay, if you do want to decrease the size, you guys can come here and you guys can just decrease the size quite like this. Okay, if you do want to bring it here on top a little bit, you guys can just bring this thing here on top a little bit as well. Okay, so now I will just come here into this part of the video. Okay, so over here again I will just select this one, and now I will just put this thing here in top this particular side. Okay, I'll just put this thing on here on top. So again I will just come to this part and I will just decrease the size. And what I'll do is I will just put this thing here in one corner. Okay, so you guys can just put this thing here in one corner. Let's see how it actually looks. Okay, so this one over here and this one over here. Okay, so yeah, you guys can see this video is basically ready. And if you want to put out any kind of animation and all, you guys can basically put out animation over here as well. Okay, go to animation and select these particular options. Okay, so you guys can select this fade in, and over here you guys can select the fade out. Okay, so now come here and again do the same thing, fade in, and over here you guys select the fade out. Come here, select fade in, and lastly select the fade out option. Okay, so the same way come to this one, but now instead of fade out, what we'll do is we'll come here, and from here we will use the shake option and go to the out page over here. And now you guys can just select zooming out. Okay, so let's select the zoom out option, come here and select the same thing, rotation, and let's go to in option, shake, and out option you already do have over here. So lastly come to this option. Okay, so now you guys can just select this rotation, and again now go to out option, and over here you guys can just click on slide left. Okay, so you guys can click here on the slide left option. So again, now let's see the preview of this whole video. Okay, so now let's just play this thing. Okay, so now over here you guys will be able to see how it actually worked. Okay, so here also you guys can see how it actually works. And let's just come here and let's just place things around. Okay, so if you come here and if I just place this one looks great as well. Okay, so now if you want to come here and if you want to detach this audio, come here, go to this particular option and click on extract audio. So I'll come here and I am going to delete this audio, as I'm going to put some other kind of audios over here as well. Okay, so now for that I will just go to my audio file, and from here I will just write chillin. Okay, and I'll just click on enter. Let's see what all musics do pop up over here. Let's just download this thing up. Okay, and let's listen to all of this and let's check which one is appropriate for this particular YouTube video. Okay, so now let's just play this thing. So let's take this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it right over here. Okay, so now if you want to add some fade in and stuff, okay, you guys can also do that. Let's click on Shift and Z to fit it here in the timeline. Let's come here to the down part and let's just trim it over here. Okay, so now let's place it quite like this, trim it accordingly. Okay, and again Shift Z to fit it here in the timeline. Okay, so now if you want to fade in and out, here you guys can come and you guys can add 0.5 seconds fade in and a 0.5 seconds fade out. So now let's just play this thing. So yeah, I hope you guys have understood this class on how you'll be able to make a YouTube video over here. Okay, so now we are done with all of these things as well. Okay, so lastly, what you can do is you guys can come here and export it. Okay, so here you will be exporting both of this first timeline video as well, or this particular cover, and also the video. Okay, so I'll just go to export, and over here, as you guys can see, I can just change the name. Okay, so I'll come here and I will type YouTube video. Okay, so I will just type YouTube video, and I can select the destination where it will be saved. Okay, go to desktop and let's go to my resource file, and from here let's select this video folder, and you guys can just select folder and click on export. Okay, so I'll show you guys after it's being exported. So now over here, this particular file is being exported. Let's just cancel this thing. Let's go to my PC from here, and let's go to my desktop, and from here my resource file. So I had selected the video panel. Let's come to this video panel, and over here I do have my YouTube video. Okay, so this is the video and this is the thumbnail of the video. Okay, so if you guys look at this particular thumbnail, okay, so this is the thumbnail for my video, and I do have created this particular video. Okay, so let's see this video right over here. So this was the 20 seconds YouTube video which I do have created just now. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys have understood this class on how you'll be able to work on CapCut to create some stunning YouTube videos for yourself. Okay, so I hope to see you all in the next chapter where we'll be learning more about all of these YouTube videos, and also I'll be telling you guys how you can actually make a YouTube short. So see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone.